This is the SBR Bowl betting special with our next game up, the Orange Bowl. He's Teddy Covers. Follow him on Twitter at Teddy_Covers. I'm Drew Martin. Follow me on Twitter at DrewMartinBets. Teddy, we got a college football semifinal game, the Capital One Orange Bowl on ESPN, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Saturday, December 29th from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Alabama Crimson Tide laying 2 touchdowns, minus 14 right now on the SBR odds screen. A total of 80 up against the Oklahoma Sooners, SEC Big 12 for the right to play for the national championship. How you looking to bet it, Teddy?
And of course, it's the Heisman winner versus the Heisman runner-up. And when Tua's the runner-up, that might be a problem. Of course, there's a long-time angle. You bet against the Heisman winner in bowl games. It was very profitable for the better part of 25 years or so. Hasn't been quite as profitable in recent seasons. But when the guy that didn't win the award is facing the guy that did, oops, I don't know if that bodes well for Kyler Murray and company. Although, I mean, look, this Oklahoma offense was special. And Kyler Murray, in my mind, was the best player in college football this season. He deserved to win that award. I don't know what Oklahoma would have done without him. They certainly wouldn't be where they are right now. But when you compare these two teams defensively, there's no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there really isn't any comparison. Alabama's going to get some stops. We worry about Oklahoma's ability to get stops in this ballgame. And, of course, we talk about double-digit favorites, minus 14, and it could well go higher before kickoff. Last 5 years, double-digit chalks, 12-14 against the spread, 20-6 straight up, which means 6 double-digit dogs that have been able to good enough to win these games outright. And if I'm going to play Oklahoma in this game, you better believe I'm going to put something on the money line. I'm just going to take Oklahoma plus the 14. I'm going to have a taste of the money line. That's just the way these bowl games works. When the dog hangs, they're live to win. That being said, I don't know if I'm enamored with the Oklahoma side in this game. It's not a game, frankly, Drew, that I'm ready to rush to the window to make a wager with. What about you?
Yeah, no, it's a tricky handicap. I mean, and you bring up the Oklahoma defense. I think that's the obvious question here. And it will be interesting to see, because if they get a couple turnovers, especially early, kind of put it up against Alabama, a ticket with Oklahoma plus 14 looks good. Not to mention, teams have been able to move the ball on Alabama, especially when we look back in time. The quarterbacks that have beaten the Alabama Crimson Tide in the Nick Saban era since he's gotten this ball rolling, Johnny Manziel, Cam Newton, Deshaun Watson, mobile with their feet, able to keep plays alive, throw the ball downfield, and be accurate, Teddy. Kyler Murray, he's been able to prove that, won the Heisman Trophy. He kind of fits that mold for it to happen. Being able to put the 14 in your pocket, is it enough to overcome the obvious obstacles that they face on the defensive side of the football is the question. Do you have a strong lean or play, either side or total-wise, Teddy?
Well, sidewise, I can tell you right now, flat out, I'm not going to be involved in this game. I think the point spread is exactly where I think it's going to be. And unless it moves significantly off of the 14, I'm not talking 14.5, 13.5. I'm talking like if I can lay 10 with Alabama, I'm interested. If I could take 17 with Oklahoma, I'd be interested. I'm not going to see either one of those lines. Total-wise, there might be something here, though. And certainly we think about Alabama, that defense, and the Crimson Tide, look what they do defensively. You know that Nick Saban's been in 22 previous bowl games. 16-6 to the over in those contests. Oklahoma, 13 games this season. 11 overs cashed for the Sooners. So, yeah, this is an extremely high total. 80. Guess what? It's going over. All right. And when you're talking about no lead is safe, all right, that's a key component to the concept here. We know what Kyler Murray can do. We know whether it's Tua or Jalen. I know that Tua has been banged up, and there's some concerns about his health going into the bowl game. Not like Jalen Hurts can't play. He's been the starting quarterback for a national championship Alabama team. But I would expect this is a situation where, A, you have a lot of big play weapons. You have teams that can score on defense and special teams, both of them. And you have a situation where if you're up 14, you better get up 21. There's not going to be sitting on the ball in this game. Both teams are aware of the potency of their opponents, which means there's pressure to continue scoring and scoring touchdowns, even with a lead. So I understand this is an extremely high total. I'd still bet it over if I was going to get involved in any way between Alabama and Oklahoma.
Yeah, great stats there, Teddy. I did not know the over trend for both head coaches. And full disclosure, guys, we are filming this on December 19th, so 10 days out. This game being in South Florida, the weather aspects, they can change in South Florida very quickly. So keep that in mind as far as the weather when betting the total. I agree with you, Teddy. Both offenses should be able to push the pace. And the Jalen Hurts, your backup quarterbacks won a national championship. I do think for the total that would hurt them, I could see Nick Saban and company kind of slowing it down with Tua not calling the helm. Oklahoma, we know they're going to push the pace. The pace should be there as far as over bettors would like. I'm with you. I like the over here. I could also see that back door being open. I lean both over and Oklahoma Sooners. So for your official pick here, you're on the over?
Sure, let's do over. Yeah, I'll take over. You can have Oklahoma.
We'll do it. Sooners in the over. He's Teddy Covers. I'm Drew Martin. Thanks for tuning in. Best of luck with your bets, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.